welcome. Today I'm going to do something I don't normally do. I'm going to do a product review. I do try to live by the adage, if you can't say something good, say nothing at all. So I generally tend not to review products that I'm unhappy with. I will tell you that as a dealer, I try to pick up things to take a look at them to try to decide if I want to present them myself. And by present, I mean sell. I also, I'm a magician, so I love to pick up new things, take a look at them, see if they might work for me. I saw this advertised on Penguin Magic. It's called Pop Gun by Chad Long. And I instantly fell in love with the theme and the idea. Let me explain what happens here. So the magician has a card freely selected. The card is mixed back into the deck. The deck is spread, and the magician attempts to find the card, is unable to do so. He hands the pack to a participant. The participant shoots the cards into the air. The magician takes the pop gun and fires a dart into the cascading cards, and the dart hits the selected card. To me, that theme is very exciting. When I was a child, I had my dad was a amateur magician, and he loved magic, and he was influenced by the great Blackstone. And he was my pack leader when I was a Cub Scout. And so he was constantly bringing in magicians for me to see. One of those magicians was George Gobel. But we had many magicians. We had coin workers, and we had cups and ball workers. But one magician, and this wasn't actually in a Cub Scout group. This was at a birthday party. So I'm in somebody's living room. I'm sitting on the floor. This magician's entertaining. Very similar type of effect. A card was selected. It was mixed back into the deck. A participant stands up, throws the deck into the air as the cards cascade down. The magician takes a sword and stabs the selected card. I was completely blown away by this as a child. I mean, I might have been 7, 8 years old when I saw this. I just thought it was a very exciting effect. And so the card sword has always been a favorite of mine, even though I have never once performed it. But it's always been a favorite. So when I saw Chad Long do this, I just thought, oh, I gotta have it. So I ordered it. Let me show you what comes with the kit. Okay, first of all, I love the packaging. It's a nice, solid box. A lot of times you buy a trick and it comes in a piece of paper, right? I mean, sometimes it even comes down. This is beautifully, wonderfully packaged. I love it. There is, I'm not going to show it to you, but there is a link. There is a web address and a password so that you can access the instructions. And I'm going to talk about the instructions in a minute. This is a Penguin Magic card. So you get, in this kit, you get the pop gun and some darts. And so that's what comes in the kit. But the reason why I'm doing this review, I'm not doing it just for the trick. The trick is fantastic. But the instructions are wonderful. Wonderful. The instructions are wonderful. I remember when I bought the Gypsy Curse. Okay, you buy the Gypsy Curse, and the Gypsy Curse comes with these instructions. These are the instructions you get. And it says, in the instructions it says, well, at this point you need to do the Hammond count. At this point you need to do an Elmsley count. And at this point you need to do a buckle count. And there are some instructions on how to do these counts, but for the most part, if you haven't learned to do these counts before you try to tackle the Gypsy Curse, you're going to struggle. Well, there are some techniques that go into pop gun to make it effective as a trick. And Chad Long, before I did this video, I tried to get some history on Chad Long. I found it very difficult to do that. I found his website. I found a number of his videos on YouTube. Of course, his products are being sold at Penguin and other dealers. But to get some background on Chad, I found it very difficult to do that. But I have seen Mark Wilson's entire course, Michael Amar's entire course on card magic. I mean, it's like tons and tons of videos. And I consider Michael Amar to be one of the great instructors when it comes to card magic. But Chad Long, he gives you some card handlings that I think are just, let me put it to you this way. Buy this trick, even if you aren't interested in doing pop gun as an effect, just to learn his card handlings. He explains them incredibly well. But one of the things I like about new magic, when I buy new magic, when you buy a magic effect, everything you need to do that effect should come with the effect. I shouldn't have to go look at counts, cuts, moves, and subtleties to figure out how to do a Hammond count. Everything you need should come with the effect. And in this case, Chad Long has given you everything you need to do this effect. And what's great, once you learn his card handlings, the applications are unlimited. So I think this is worth the investment just to watch Chad Long give you the teaching that he gives you about card handling. I think it's fantastic. A couple of things I would caution you. If you decide you want to do pop gun, first of all, if you watch the David Ginn videos, David Ginn will say, never use a gun in your performance. Now, David Ginn is a family entertainer. He entertains mostly children. His environment is typically a school assembly show. And so in our school environments today, you cannot bring even a gun that looks like that. Okay? So the first thing I would caution you on is know your audience. Are they going to be offended, or are you going to violate any rule by bringing this onto the premises? So think about that. The other thing I want you to think about if you're actually going to do this, this is a projectile. You're going to have cards that are fluttering down, and you're going to shoot. Now, Chad ties a string around the projectile and attaches it to the gun so that it can only go so far. And I think that's an excellent idea. But you never want to point this at anyone. And you never want to point it at yourself. You want to make sure that you conduct yourself safely if you're going to do this. So those would be my two cautions if you're going to go ahead and invest in the effect. But I love it. I love it. I think it's a miniature card sword to me. Same type of effect. Folks, I hope you've enjoyed this. Thank you so much for joining me. Please subscribe if you haven't done so already. Please comment down below. I love your comments. Have a great day, everyone.